few weeks ago, I asked you on stories if you wanted to see my art studio. You answered positively. So today I thought I could give you a little Ausblick, a little show on this studio I have here in my small, it's a 2-room apartment. A little disclaimer, I'm not a full-time artist. My main job is office job, so I'm using here my desk as well as for art, also for my job, maybe content creator, artist, part-time, but I'm not making a living on it, and I'm not even thinking I could make a living on it in such expensive city as where I currently live, that is Munich, Germany. So everything is a little bit small, but I think this could be also your case maybe. I received a lot of art supplies in the past months from different collaborations, so I had the necessity to collect everything and make it a little bit more tied up, let's say. I like to have everything in order in my small space. Still, I have some stuff that is here and there in the room. I still don't know if I will use it, when I will use it, so I decided to put under my eyes so I remember I need to use them. So let's have a look. The light today is not perfect. It's maybe the hottest day of the year so far. Not maybe, for sure, it's 33 degrees, but it's one of these moments where the thunderstorm is going to happen. Unfortunately, I couldn't put my desk on the other side of the room. I cannot work with the sunlight coming from the window, so I had to put it there. That means that I don't have natural light. I need to work with artificial light, and most of my drawing or painting sessions are in the late evening. That means that I'm always working with artificial light. When I want to record YouTube videos for this channel, for example, I normally work on the table where I have a lunch or dinner, so I can have a better light. I also have this lamp over here. I will show you in a moment, but I'm not using that a lot, I have to be honest. I don't have all my art supplies concentrated in this place. I need more space for them. Next to this table, I have this drawer or bookshelf where I have some stuff. So this is my collection of Ferry Wheels Press inks. I have a collaboration ongoing with them since beginning of the year. Canadian ink producer, and they made this gorgeous packaging and very bright and particular ink shades. I recommend you to have a look. I also have a discount code in the description of the video. While here, so next to the inks, I have my sketchbooks, all the sketchbooks that I've finished so far, and some are still ongoing, or I still have to start, like this one that a friend of mine just gifted me. I think I will need more space soon for them. Different medium sketchbooks, so drawings simply, like these ones. Most of them you find also a sketchbook tour in my channel. And then I have some watercolor, cotton paper, cellulose, watercolor paper, cotton paper, like this one, and this one that was gifted me also from a friend, handmade sketchbook. And I have this desk here, very small one. That was my first purchase as a desk, where now I put some of the finished drawings, bigger drawings I made, paintings. It's Zodiac collection a few years ago, and this big pad of watercolor Magnani paper that I should definitely use soon. So is staying here for 1 year or at least. Some materials that I received from brands like this Gouache is acrylic gouache. Lots of paper samples I have here. Watercolor from Roman Schmal. Here I have so many samples collected from workshops or from fair trades that I want to test, but I still don't know how I want to test them. It's from many different brands, Anne Müller, Clairefontaine. For a long time I wanted to make a big paper comparison on this channel, but it's such an effort to make a video like that I'm always postponing. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in something like that. My small computer, it's quite old, but it's what I use normally together with this Epson scanner when I want to make prints on demand. Sometimes people are asking me for prints. Here I collect some paper I'm not using often, like this Bauhong paper pads. Even more samples and brochures from companies like Dot Cars and so on. Back to the main setup, I have here my office chair I use daily for working from home office. Then I have this pad that can be also in the red part. Convenient because I can forget about if I have problems with my colors. Inks are very dying on the table, so if I have this, is a little bit more protection. And here are some tools I'm using at the moment right now. For example, I found these Uniball pens. They are waterproof and they have such a fluid ink flow, so it's perfect for making sketches. I have my eraser, and this is very useful for small swatches when you want to test your color shades. It's from Anne Müller, I think. Some of the sketchbook I working at the moment, they are all small size, as you see. Watercolor, drawing, markers as well. I'm quite proud of my latest drawings. I did without any pencil mark here, with this Uniball pen I just mentioned. And I got this lamp with the aim to have a more distributed light source. You can have 3 different temperatures. I don't know if it's visible from the camera, but you have cold one, a warm one, and a medium one. And you can, of course, also reduce the intensity. But I have to say, I didn't reach exactly what I wanted to have. Maybe I should buy one of these ring lights. I don't know, most of the people are using. But it's still a good source of light. As for lamp, here I used a light that has a temperature distribution with some characteristic. The one I bought on Amazon are this. It's 4000K neutral white, and there is this Cree value that is more than 97%. It should be more than 95% to have real colors, as you see. My opinion on it, I feel like it's still a bit yellowish. It's very warm. It's much warmer than a natural light. Here on the table, I have this old tape I used at least once, but maybe even twice. And it's for watercolor, repurpose pieces. And here I have a visual board I made recently. Actually, I can collect here only paintings that are like on single pieces of paper, and most of my works is on Sketchbook nowadays, so it's very hard to make pieces to hang up here. But the idea, the general idea is to collect stuff that I'm interested to, or that companies that I need to contact, or sketches. Like this is a master study. It remembers me that I want to make more master studies, loose watercolor or ink paintings, and this is with Yupo paper, so it reminds me to use it again. This is a study from the workshop I attended with Eudes Correia. Here I have a small self-portrait I did last year, which I'm quite proud of. Looking at this hang-up stuff, here is another painting, floral painting. Hi, this is me. And here I have my business card, which is, yeah, nice to see. I have a business card, and these stripes are collection of drawing mainly from Inktober I did in 2022. Yeah. Okay, now let's see how I distributed my art supplies in different shelves. This one I bought recently, and it's a collection of all the items that so far were spreading on my sofa. So it makes actually a big difference in the room if you imagine how much stuff I had here and there. And here I have this one that is mainly for letters, I think, but it's also convenient to put my palettes and stuff. This is a board you can flip. So this one here, you can clip your paper and you can tilt it if you want to make like a watercolor effects. This one is very useful for drawing without having a tilt position. You have a different regulation angles you can have, and also I modify the screws position, so I have a largest angle. So when I need to work in office, I just take my keyboard from here. It's quite convenient. I have plenty of space otherwise. And here is all my pens and brushes. Here I have liners, brush pens. This is a masking fluid pen. Many actually clips. Here, brush pen with a watercolor brush pen, dip pen, normal ballpoint pen. Everything is here. All my brushes here, watercolor brushes, and here I have a blending stump and pencils, mainly graphite pencil. Here more flat brushes, white gouache sprays like this one for watercolor effects. And here I keep the brush that I used recently, so they are drying separated and in vertical position. Then going to this little transparent plastic shelf, I have graphite pencil, color brushes, and my little tiny set of color pencil here. Some more masking fluid and gold powder or acrylic gold. Here all the tape. And here some more liners and pens and what else? Jelly roll pen for whites, and yeah, mainly lots of stuff that is not in other positions. To the other side, I keep my main watercolor palette. It's this big one in porcelain, and this is from Made also a jar. Borciani Bonazzi is a sponge that gets hard like a rock when it's dried, but it's very useful for watercolor as well. And here I keep my watercolor palette. This is a mixture of Rosa Ukraina and Schminke Academy. This is all White Nights watercolors. Also White Nights, I guess, mostly. I have also this travel brush inside, so it's already ready to go. Travel palette, this one in wood, very light, and this one in porcelain from Etcha. Here it's all porcelain palette. This small one I use for ink. This one is coming from the Schminke set here, from this one. This is also Medin, another 2 or 3. This is fake porcelain, it's plastic, it's very light. This was my first palette. It's actually just a plate coming from Penny or something like this, and I was using in the beginning. And this is a plastic I bought for gouache, but actually porcelain is always better, as you may know. This convenient plastic shelf I recently bought. You can even attach your stuff aside, so you have a travel case here, travel case here. This one is so light, I love it. I'm using a lot recently. I divided in watercolor and gouache, markers and brushes. I'm not using that often because they are in the set. Some mediums. Here inks and here paper. So I will start from the paper one. This is a cutter. Sometimes I need it for customer or stuff like this, and it's too long for everything. So I have it here. This is a big sketchbook. It doesn't fit in the other shelves I show you. It's watercolor, cotton paper, Honeymuller. This is all works I did during my workshop, watercolor workshops I teach in the past months. So it's a lot of stuff, and some I already throw away. And here I have my paper pads protected by plastic. This one is Fabriano, then I have Arches, and then I have two different Canson Heritage. The second level I left this empty box because I think I couldn't use it for something in the future. Made-in porcelain paint wash I showed you before. Here I have a second Borciani Bonazzi sponge, mix of inks that are not a Ferry wheel press, that are mainly from Renaissance Posca, Roher und Klingner, Ecoline and Winsor & Newton. Nice huge palette that I'm not using now yet. The third level here I have a set of etcher brushes for gouache and a set of Artify brushes for, this is considered mixed. It's floral, but mainly it's for watercolor. I'm using them quite often, but I keep it separately because they are in this nice set. Then I have here Ecoline brush pens. Here I have some medium. This is gouache varnish matte, so it can protect the gouache paintings after you finish. While this is gum arabic, so you can use it to help your lifting properties of watercolors. It's from Renaissance and is auxiliaries for watercolor ground. I used only one time, but it's very nice. You can make every surface watercolor paintable. This is a set of liners I don't like that much, cheap one. Markers from Ohuhu, skin tones and illustration. And this one, it shouldn't be here, it's a cappuccino travel cup, but I found it very useful as a water container when I'm for plein air, water container. And last but not least, I forgot to show you here, I have this little temple of one of my favorite Inktober paintings, drawings I did. Last but not least, this very recent discovery I made. I was looking for some time for a gouache palette that allow me to keep my gouache moisture always ready to be used, and this is great because it makes exactly this. This way I should have a travel-friendly gouache palette, plus I could maybe start using this medium a little bit more than in the past. Royal Talents gouaches, this is Liquitex acrylic gouaches, I'm not using a lot, I have to be honest. This is all my watercolors in tubes, I show you in a moment. And this is a gouache paint set from Made-in with many different colors, very nice too. So these are my tubes from Renaissance Polska watercolors, and then I have divided in 2 sets because I have many White Nights watercolor tubes. So they are here. I use them a lot. Sometimes I squeeze them in a portable palette. Sometimes I use them fresh from the tubes. I feel like it's always much better when you use them fresh from the tubes. They are much more fluid and easy to use. Okay guys, this concludes my art studio tour. I hope you like it. If so, please subscribe to the channel. This would help me a lot. And if you are interested in this video, I suggest you to watch this one as well. Let me know if you also have a small art studio in your house, or you have a separate one, a professional one, or you don't have any space for your art, so you're struggling with it. Let me know in the comments, and I thank you for watching till now, and I see you in the next video. Bye!